Hey, this is Judah Mantel from SceneForge Studio, and in this video I'm going to showcase some of the upcoming features in the context of something that I'm very passionate about, and that is immersive attraction and ride design, or Imagineering from the Disney terminology. And let's jump right in and take a look at this scene that I created. So this is a seance scene, kind of reminiscent of the seance in the Haunted Mansion ride at the Disney parks. Now what's cool is that this entire scene was created with elements just from Sketchfab that I downloaded, as well as the floor plan editor. So all of this was built using the built-in room designer and so on. So I'm going to delete these. You can see in the floor plan we have all of our walls, our doors, our track, as well as all the lights that we set up. Now the way we get things working in this specific use case is using the upcoming module system, and that's what I'm going to show off today. So you can see that in this example we use this Tamborine. So when I select it, in the properties, there's a new option called Add Module. Now what modules are essentially additional behaviors that you can add to objects that'll make them do different things depending on the behavior. So in this example, if I want to make the object rotate, previously I had to actually manually keyframe it. And you see there are keyframes associated with this object because we do have the scene animated here. But I want to use it in the background without having to worry about it. So that's why we add this rotation module. So I'll click Add Module, Rotate Object. And I open up this module, I can select an axis, and then just increase the speed like this. And you can see now, hands off with no keyframing or anything like that, the object will just rotate in 3D space. The same goes for this light over here. If I want to add like a cool lighting effect of it moving automatically, all I have to do is just increase the speed of the rotation module. And you can see that works just as is. Now again, I do have some keyframes associated with this scene. So you can see I do have this little animatic designed. But you see, even with these objects manually animated, you can still see the light beam in the background moving around our scene using the module. So that's pretty cool, and that makes adding more dynamic scenes much easier. Now let's talk about our track here and how this comes into play with the attraction design. So I'm going to click Add Module, and we have a new module specific to this object type, and that is Attraction Capacity. So I can just click this, and we'll add the new module. Now what this does is it has functionality for calculating the thrc, or the Theoretical Hourly Ride Capacity. Now what that is an industry standard metric for determining how many people your ride or your attraction can handle per hour. And so when designing these things, not only is it important to design the layout and the way it's going to look, but it's also important to know the efficiency of the creation of this attraction. So that's why this is built in a really easy way. So you can see here I have my ride vehicle, or my linked object, set to loop around the path over the course of 45 seconds. Now what's cool is that this system will actually take that duration into account. Additionally, if we select a load time, which right now is 0 seconds, it'll essentially simulate the time it takes for guests to get on and off the ride vehicle. So I'm going to make this 3 seconds. You'll see that when I click play, now it has to wait 3 seconds to simulate the guests getting on and off, and then it will start moving. Now it's important to note that when editing your path, all of the different spheres you see, you can still move them around, but this pink one indicates that this is the start of our path. This is the load area of our track. You can still move it around like any other handle, but this indicates where the starting position will be. So you can see here with a load time of 3 seconds and a duration of 45 seconds, assuming that the individual cars can only handle 2 people per car, and there's only 1 car on the track, our thrc is 150, which is not that high. So let's say we were to increase this to, let's say, even 8 people per car, which is not unrealistic. But of course, that assumes there's only 1 car on the track. We can also increase the theoretical number of cars on the track. So in this case, if it's 5, of course this is theoretical, so you won't see them here just yet. You will in the future. Now obviously the thrc goes up significantly. So it's worth playing around with these values to see what realistically your thrc would be based on the design of your ride. In the future, all of these values, you'll be able to just type them in rather than using a slider. This was kind of just temporary. So in a more realistic situation where the ride duration would be something like 180 maybe, so about 3 minutes, you can see that after adjusting the capacity to be 4 and even decreasing the load time, our thrc is still relatively low. So it's a matter of balancing how many people each car can handle as well as the number of cars per track. So that is an overview of the way you can use SceneForge's upcoming functionality for attraction design. Now in the future, you'll be able to actually script your own modules using a very basic macro language. You don't have to know how to code, making it really easy to control show elements, ride behaviors, so when the car gets over a certain point, you can trigger something to happen in your scene, making it much more easy and dynamic to design show scenes for attractions, as well as previs for films and games and other immersive experiences. Easy, fast, and affordable, more so than ever, which is an incredible thing, and I'm super excited to see what you create with upcoming releases. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.